Welcome everybody to the Town of Waynesburg Zoning Board of Appeals meeting. This is our July 18th, 2023 meeting. Tonight we have 3 public hearings. Meeting minutes from the previous meeting to review. At this time, what we like to do is have an open forum or privilege of the floor. And this is for anybody who has any questions or concerns about the zoning board, and ask now, and they need not be in relation to the items on the agenda, because there'll be an opportunity to address those later in the meeting. So I'm going to go ahead and open the public forum. If there's anybody here in attendance that would like to speak. Oh, I just did. We have any students? That being said, I'll go ahead and close the open forum and proceed to tonight's agenda. The first item of business would be Peter Gervasio. Yes, and we'll just have you review.
So, want me to go through this?
Yeah, just give a brief synopsis of what you
We're looking for a variance, frontage variance for building a garage next to the house. Old property, 20 years old. Like most old properties, it's very close to the road. Yeah, we have a well right behind it, so we're looking for the variance because we really think about the river, the slopes off west of the right here. And there's a well. It's a shallow well. So
Okay, and this is a 1-story detached garage.
yes.
And we determined that it was going to be set back how far?
Well, I wasn't 100% sure on that. We were looking for a 40 foot variance.
Okay.
I think the 47 measured to the middle of the road rather than to the property line, as I recall.
Yeah. Well, we figured that the 40-foot variance would be sufficient.
Yeah.
Just wanted.
Yes.
In my neighbor's garage right here. So he's got a new house, just as always.
Okay.
So, just for your information, neither of those properties are considered eligible or listed in the national.
Yeah. We're fine with that.
No, I looked it up just to be sure.
Oh, it's right.
And it's not likely that your house would be considered eligible because of all the additions.
Right. Yeah.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to take advantage of the programs, but you can always take a second opinion. So,
No, we're all right.
Thank you for researching.
Yeah, thanks for looking it up.
yeah, I mean, you know, it's 20% tax break, so it's nice, but
Yeah. Well, it's never gonna be restored back to what it was. So. I don't even know what it was.
right. Well, I can tell you architecturally, it's a federal style house.
Oh, yeah,
So early 1800s.
yeah. They called that house next to us and built right in the garage there. That was the mansion. And I think ours was built for service.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions? Comments from the board?
I don't know if we asked it, do we have an idea how far I guess that's north, so we're flipped around to the east property line there. If north is to the bottom of the page,
Yeah.
then east should be left.
That's our daughter's house, side, we're a good distance. Garage is still a pretty good distance, I didn't measure it. It's gotta be 40, 50, maybe 60 feet, it's not. It's really. And I didn't even consider that.
So we're not worried about the side yard at all. Okay,
It's an old shed here, old she shed.
yeah, 9 by 9 probably doesn't even count as far as variances go.
The other. Make a motion that we open the public hearing in this matter. Side yard variance.
Aye.
Hi,
Is there anybody here interested in speaking on this particular application? Make a motion to close the. application. Simple motion. I.
hi,
So I want to run through the findings. The first being whether an undesirable change would be produced in the character of the neighborhood or a detriment to nearby properties.
no,
Whether the benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved by a feasible alternative to the variance.
no,
Whether the requested variance is substantial.
we're limiting it to 40 feet, not by our definition.
So
It's within our 50% rule, so we'll call it not substantial.
would the variance have an adverse impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood? And whether the alleged difficulty is self-created. I guess you'd have to
No
say
more than
yes,
always, yeah,
choice of placement,
right.
despite the fact that the geography kind of is dictating. So. So we need somebody to make a motion.
Make a motion to grant Peter Galacio 2503 Batter Street, SDL number 34 and 00-2-24. Front yard setback variance to construct a 24 by 24 foot single story detached garage. Per the findings of section 8.6.1. Provide the building permit within 6 months. All other aspects.
Second the motion.
Hi, that's the most formal.
So at that point, we'll see Chris about getting. Just want to review what,
Sure.
the request.
Yep, so we're seeking a side yard variance to, 24 by 3 pole barn. Originally, it's here right here. Originally, the variance was to have, to have the building 15 foot away from the property line. However, we met originally based on circumstances, it was decided that we would go 50% of that side. Lot variance, so making it 20 feet versus 50.
So this, I can see it's low barn. And it's gonna be more than one story,
Single story.
single story. So it's just for the reorientation, Gage Road is here.
That's correct.
So this is running east to west. And this seems, and it's gonna be kind of further back. This is, I believe, your home.
Yep, there's the house. Yep. So it's up up in there, that's 75 feet back from the, say, the parallel line that's created by the house, 75 feet.
Neighbor here. This side,
There isn't, but it's driveway to the neighbor that is further behind us. So there's no building or structure there or dwelling to the, in this case, the side.
make a motion that we take hearing regarding this variance request.
Second.
Aye.
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 Is there anybody here interested in information regarding this variance application? Okay. Make a motion that we close the public hearing regarding this matter.
Second. Aye.
Aye.
Run through the findings regarding this request. Again, whether an undesirable change would be produced in the character of the neighborhood, detriment to nearby properties.
No.
Whether the benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved by a feasible alternative to the variance. I assume its placement is also so that you could have access to it.
Yes.
Whether the requested variance is substantial,
Not anymore. Not now that he agreed to move it 5 feet to the
yes.
north.
Would the variance have an adverse impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood? Whether the alleged difficulty was self-created? Yes.
Yes.
Based on the choice of place. And we would need a motion regarding this variance application.
Yeah, make a motion to grant Stephen Bart Bozak of 690 Gage Road, Lansing, Street L 65.00-1-31, dot 32, the side yard setback variance of 20 feet. To construct a 24 by 40 foot, 1-story pole barn. For the findings of section 14.5.2B, providing a building permit is obtained within 6 months. All other aspects of the ordinance be found.
Second.
Is that the right section?
Should be,
Or is it 8.6.1?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
8.6.2.
yeah, because I think the side,
Get typed up as it. Got a copy of here somewhere.
Yes. side yard is the 8.62.
Our second is so amended. With that,
Thank you.
I
right?
Right.
All set? Okay. Well. it's- Yeah, if you just can go over what we discussed.
for 15. I'm up variance inside. It's the 24 by 24, 2-story garage. There's some pretty old pine trees right in here, which doesn't let me push it back. And the driveway is right here, which doesn't let me push it forward either. I was originally asking for 12 foot on each side, but we settled on 15. There's no, the neighbor over here, it's in the woods over here, and the other neighbor's way over here, so there's no lake view blockage or anything like that. The other neighbor's garage is right here, and the other neighbor's garage is right here, also inside of the 40 foot. Pretty close to in line with the other neighbor's garage.
The lot itself, the width is,
100 foot.
yeah, which is comparable to other lots. So then its placement is going to be how many feet from the property line?
15. 15.
So then that would be a 5-foot variance. for total dimensions. Everybody recalls that's what we had determined from the last meeting. I'm going to make a motion that we open the public hearing regarding these two variance requests. Look at the motion. Aye.
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 Is there anybody here interested in speaking on this matter? That being said, I'm going to close the public hearing regarding this application.
Second.
Aye.
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 So the only thing we need then is a, oh, let me do the findings. Again, there's two variants requests, and we're looking at,
Are we doing separate findings or combining them?
we can combine them, because I think that
Right.
it can
Just
be
making
addressed.
sure procedurally.
Whether an undesirable change would be reduced in character of the neighborhood or a detriment to nearby properties.
No.
Whether the benefit sought by the applicant can be achieved by a feasible alternative to variance.
Not very feasible, no.
Whether the requested variance is substantial.
Both of them are. Yes.
Yeah. Even though, again, because these are smaller lots, and because this is not like a.
It's not residential, so we can't prorate.
Right, we cannot, yes. Would the variance have an adverse impact on the physical or environmental conditions of the neighborhood? Whether the alleged difficulty was self-created.
Yes.
Now we can use a motion addressing both variances.
I'll make a motion to grant Robert Bollington SBL 67.04-1-21 located at 604 Dwayne Lake Road, a front and side yard variance of 15 feet,
No, the variance is 25.
25 feet. To construct a 24 by 24 garage, 2-story. Providing permits be obtained within 6 months and all other aspects of the ordinance followed.
It is a 2-story.
Pretty simple. Yeah, it's probably considered two full stories, assuming the picture's accurate.
Story and a half at least.
Either 1 3/4 or two. I'll second.
Thank you.
Aye,
To the neighbors who use the garage will hide a propane tank. Friends that are immediate neighbors who are closest.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Oh, you put them 6 inches off the road.
If somebody else sees anything, I didn't see anything in the minutes.
Don't we have, one piece of new business?
Oh,
Oh. Oh, I was assuming that was, okay.
yeah, it got postponed till next.
Oh,
month. And I
okay,
just found out it's-
no. It was
You
him.
have business.
Did we want to reopen the public forum? Just figured you were late, I would give you the chance,
All
but
right, so we're good with the minutes.
I think so. We'll move, we accept the minutes as written.
I'll say.
Hi.
Hi.
I,
on Western Turnpike. I know that, you know, to be compliant with National Electric Code, they have to have a 7-foot fence. Second foot is a 6-foot fence. And that would be-
They should-
They should be, that's what was done.
Yes,
Right.
we amended that so they wouldn't have to come to the CG.
Okay, so solar projects will not be. And then I've been like, solar bingo on a hotel. Never been done. Ground. Definitely, create. I do, and if you're really playing solar bingo, so yeah, in February of 2023, year they have purchased 100% equity of AMP development. All of the AMP projects that now Canadian hedge fund and Australian. And then in June, they announced that they had restructured. Now they're called Pure Sky Energy LLC, which doesn't seem to be registered in any state anywhere in the U.S. And everybody's just waiting to see what happens. I know that projects in Massachusetts.
So they still.
All the trees that they planted, all of the area. Just all cascades down here. Straight down.
So they don't have
Exactly.
fencing. Yes, yes, there was a lot of that. But it did put a fence that.
Yes, it's an ancient fence.
Actually, then they. But again, I think we gave any discretion to decide what is.
I do remember something to that extent.
Yeah.
Knox just voted, RIC out. And they should have, I mean, the slate plans for church. But they voted it out mainly because it's not compliant with the comprehensive plan.
Gotcha.
When Schoharie voted Bliss Road out, that was 2021, I think. That was again an issue of compliance with comprehensive plan.
Right.
And Borrego Solar sued the town and the courts upheld the town's decision on that. More and more towns do not, based upon now. The wealthy communities, they put zoning in place, well, for any of these projects can. So like John. The zoning for that reads that you may only put solar on one parcel in the town, and that's the 10-acre landfill. It works. There's no solar in that town. I think towns are doing it, and now like battery storage. And it was June 28th. 2 battery storage fires in Long Island. Both of them have battery storage, which is supposedly what's going in at Oak Hill. One of them had only been installed, a couple of months ago. Cowan didn't show up as requested at the town board meetings. There's no record of them showing up at the fire. The fire department didn't know who to call, what to do. They tried to get response from Cowan. Cowan didn't do it. It doesn't vote.
Well, I think, of course, solar law is kind of put together at.
Such a good history of holding.
But in the law, it doesn't matter if the project is compliant. Oak Hill Solar, doing like site plan, did not have an engineer stamp. Planning board, it's a violation of New York state law. You got really smart people on that planning. You had a great town designated engineer. How could something so basic pass by that?
Well, yeah. He- Lisa,
So received an application behind me, but did not move to this. And then they just,
yes.
we'll see what happens. But thank you for listening.
That we close the reopened public forum.
Well, actually, we don't need it.
Oh, okay, okay, good.
Motion to adjourn.
That's.
Second the motion.
Hi.
Hey.
You don't get a last name.
Eventually.
Yes.
So,